Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, thank you for being here. That was kind of a really corny intro, but we've got something in this package right there that can potentially help somebody start a fingerboard deck company or just keep a hobby that is not fingerboarding itself. So what is in this package? A fingerboard mold, and I got this off Amazon. 3D printed fingerboard mold with a tracer. A long time ago, I used to make boards and I had a fingerboard mold and I paid around $400 for that mold itself. This, for the mold and the tracer, $14.95 on Amazon. It says free delivery if you have an order that's over $35. So basically today, we've got all my old tools of, to make a fingerboard deck. So we're gonna see if it's worth the price, if it's gonna break because it's very light and it's 3D printed. So that's a possibility. We're gonna see if we like the shape and see how the board feels afterwards. So I've got two ways to actually press the board. We've got a hydraulic press right here, which we will not be using because that would absolutely destroy the mold because it's 3D printed. So we're gonna use this vise and we're gonna be very careful. This thing's from like 1920. It was my great-grandfather's. We break it down. We've got fingerboard mold and the tracer. We've got a belt sander and it's very worn out, but it'll do. We've got this Dremel right here. You press this and it goes down and we're gonna drill some holes, some countersinks. We've got some veneer. I'm gonna choose 5 pieces of wood and then we're gonna glue it together with this. This is Gorilla Glue. I had a friend tell me about this, that it dries pretty quickly. So we're gonna cut some veneer, glue it, mold it in the vise. Wait for it to dry, drill some holes, sand it a little more, lacquer it, and shred it, hopefully. Hopefully the mold doesn't break. It was very cheap. Disclaimer, this is how I used to make boards. Is it right? I have no idea. Just see if the mold's good or not. It's plastic, so will it last forever? No. This could be a good starting one. So that's what we're here to see. The shape itself looks really nice. I don't know which is the nose or tail. Okay, so let's start with picking out what colors we want for the plies. I'm a huge fan of maple top plies. I got a sheet of maple right there. Let's throw a green ply in there somewhere in the middle. And I want something like really... My family's home. Hi, Mom. So I like something kind of exotic for the bottom ply. So we're gonna try it and get some, yes, I wanna use this right here. I think this is considered exotic. This is like a maroon. They've got some bird's eye. Yeah, we're going with that for the bottom ply. I've got all this veneer, but I think I'm just gonna go with these right here. So we need 5 plies. We need 3 plies, grain going that way, and then we need 2 plies of the grain going this way. I'm gonna take this, place it on the corner right here, and kind of just trace a perfect outline. Where's a pencil? No, definitely not. We need to go shorter. Let's go right there. This will be like the template. So when this presses, that's gonna be about like that. That's fine. 4.5 long. I can't say it like that. By, what is that? 1 3/4. I'm gonna use this as the template to cut the other pieces of veneer so they're all even. Is this vertical? Yeah, that's vertical. Now let's go for the horizontal. Let's do one more. For the record, I know I can, measure this the correct way and get a lot more cuts. It would make it a lot faster. I'm just doing it this way because I'm just extra. Boom. 2 horizontal. We need 2 more, so I'm gonna do 1 more maple and then one of those. There we go. The bottom ply, or that side. No, it's ripped. Let's do it again. Okay, guys, so, wait, which was the broken one? This one. Top ply, 2nd ply, 3rd ply, 4th ply, 5th ply, bottom ply. So now, let's glue it with this clear Gorilla Glue. I'm gonna get parchment paper because I don't want to get this all dirty. Let's take a field trip, come on. Hey, it's my security. If you ever try to break in, he'll get you. 2 things of parchment paper. And I'll tell you why I'm getting 2. Also, I think this is what you want to use for what I'm about to do. If not, don't follow my example. Just get the mold. Or don't. It might break. You don't know yet. Let's do this. So since this is the broken piece, probably still could use it, but I've got enough veneer to experiment. Oh, that's probably too much. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't need one on the last piece. We're gonna take this and use it to evenly spread the glue. We're about to place that one on there, that one on there, that one on there, that one on there. Give that a little bit of pressure. Again, I don't know if this is what you want to do. I didn't do my research before this. So since this is gonna be in the vise and it's gonna be pressing down really hard, that could squeeze the glue and get it all over the mold. You see, it's 3D printed, so you might see those strands on the wood. You might not, I don't know. So we're gonna take some parchment paper, cut it to about yay big. 2 sheets of it. One, we're gonna take the 5 pieces of wood, place it on top, parchment paper, and then compressed. We've got it. Parchment paper, take this, bottom, top, place it right there, check that, and compress. That vise will squeeze that into that shape, glue will dry, and hopefully we'll have a fingerboard. I wanna protect this mold as much as I can, so I found these right here. I'm gonna place one on top and one on bottom, so the vise will hopefully get a lot of the pressure on this and not the mold itself. So let's take this, bring it over to the vise. Make sure it's lined up in there. Wish I could use a hydraulic press. I like that a little more, but I'm not trying to absolutely crush this on the first go. Make sure it's, you know, right in the middle. I don't want there to be any wrinkles because that could show on the bottom ply. And compress very carefully. I'm kind of going until I hear a little crack, but I don't think I want to do that. That's kind of impulsive. I don't know exactly how, you know, let's ask AI. Ah, thank you. Thank you so much. Let's see. How long should you let clear Gorilla Glue bonds virtually anything? How long does that take to dry if I'm gluing very thin pieces of wood together?
Clear Gorilla Glue usually takes about 1 to 2 hours to set, but it reaches full strength after 24 hours. For thin pieces of wood, it's a good idea to clamp them together and let them dry overnight for the best results.
All right, well, we'll come back in the morning. All right, it's the next day. It's kind of gloomy outside, clearly, but the mold's been in the vise for about 13, 14 hours, so let's go check up on it. Moment of truth. Did it crack? Did it mold the board? Okay. Oh. No cracks or nothing. That's a good sign. Yeah, nothing. Dude, heck yeah. I think those metal pieces were a great add-on because I really do think it put a lot of the pressure on that metal. All right, let's check the top ply first. Dude, look at that maple top ply. All right, now for the bottom. Dude, we've got some glue right there, but nothing that can't be sanded off. A lot of concave, medium-ish kicks. Feels dry. I think I'm gonna let it just sit out for a little bit. I'm gonna place it back in there and just let this sit for like an hour, and then I'm gonna drill the holes. One thing I am debating, there's 8 holes right here for the trucks. I don't know if I wanna take a drill bit and just feed it right through those holes, or if I wanna take like a little piece of lead and just feed it through the hole and just mark where I wanna drill the hole. Not sure yet, we'll come back to it. All right, I said an hour. It's been a day and a half. This should be all cured and ready to be drilled. So when you take this out of here, you can't really see the holes. I'm gonna take this mechanical pencil and I am just gonna, see that right there? I'm gonna put it in there, make my mark, pull it out, I'll know where to drill. I'm really surprised it hasn't snapped yet though. Well, moment of truth. Probably from your point of view, you can't really see it, but I can make it out. Man, I'm just doing this just not the right way. I have an idea. This is not how you want to do this at all. I'm just gonna take this right here, line it up on there, and just... Look, now I know exactly where to drill. So I'm just gonna line up the nail right there and just hammer it in just a little bit, just so I can get a little indent. This is very DIY. You might have to put in a little extra work, but it's gonna be sick. Some are deeper than the others, but honestly, they look pretty straight. And I think with the Dremel right there, I can get a pretty straight drill. So let's try that out. Let's drill the holes. So I've had this since lockdown, 2020. That's when I was making boards. We were just home a lot, so. Bringing this back, haven't used it since. There's the green fly. It's not bad. Could be better, but not bad. It'll work. Now, let's do the countersinks. I'm gonna Oh. God. I like this Dremel right here because it has this little lever and it can go down like that. And I feel like you can get just a lot straighter of a hole as opposed to holding like, what's that called? Power drill? Yeah, as opposed to holding a power tool and drilling it and possibly getting a non-straight hole. I'm only gonna go until I see, I think, the second or third ply. Beautiful. With the countersinks, you gotta just do it really lightly because, I mean, these plies of wood are very, very small. So you could easily just go right through the whole thing and mess the whole thing up. Other side. We are gonna assume that it's twin tail, meaning that the nose and tail are the exact same. So I'm just gonna take my shaper right here. This came with the mold, with the $15 price. One thing I wish it had like some metal stents right there so you can just put it right in those holes right there so you know exactly where to trace, because you know it might be too far off like that. You trace it and then you got a funky shaped board. So how are we gonna do this? 200 IQ, stapler, staples. I'm gonna take, well, not all of those, but I'll take 4. Put 1, 1, 1, 1 right there on the holes that are near the kicks. And we're just gonna take it, just put it right through that. Ow! That hurt so bad, it went right. Dude, it literally went yoink, like right in my skin, but it's gonna work. I'm really having to modify this thing. Look at that, see that? Let's do one more. We got the staples in there and we're gonna line it up. Okay. Now we're gonna trace. Please be more lead. Feed that back in there and trace. Dude, that's really sick. Sweating, it's hot in here. My fingy, it hurts. Time to stand the board. Hey, don't breathe this in because it's wood dust, it's not good. You probably want a mask too. Pretty good. Looks pretty rough right now. We're gonna give it a quick fine sand, lacquer it, and we're gonna shred it. Dude, look at those plies. Those are awesome. And then I like to take the sandpaper I was just using and roll it up like this. And then see how sharp it is on the edges right here? I'm just gonna round it off like that. Not too hard, not to bleed into the next ply. Top's looking good. Let's go to the bottom. If anything, you don't want the bottom ply to be bleeding through the next ply. Top one's fine, you're gonna put tape over it anyways, so really be careful on the bottom one. Since we don't have a stamp, I love when boards have stamps on them. We are gonna make our own J, T, F, B. That looks atrocious, but it's okay, tape will be over it. This is how I used to do it. See, look at that. It's toothpicks and a paper plate. I took a finer sheet of sandpaper and I just went over it just to really get it to look smooth. It's like maroon. Just gonna hit it like that. Get the plies too. You always gotta get the plies. Gonna let this sit in the sun a few minutes. I'm just gonna go over it twice on the top, twice on the bottom. That's already looking really nice. Look at that. Can you see the bird's eye on there? Right there, right on the top right there. So usually when I put 1 to 2 coats of lacquer on, it feels a little, what's the word? Uneasy. It could be. It feels a little grainy. So I'm just gonna take some very fine sandpaper. I couldn't think of that word. You don't wanna sand it off, but just a little bit. And you'll start to feel, it feels very smooth again and not so grainy. You're gonna have to do this on the top too. So 1 spray, sand, another spray, hold your breath. Now we wait. My first board. Oh, of the year. Sun's going down, jacket's on, tons of mosquitoes out here. Not trying to get bit. I don't even have the board. It's in the garage. Let's go get it. Can't let them mosquitoes in. Perfectly dry. For a $15 mold, I mean, can you really get better than this? Look at that. Can you see the plies? Beautiful. maple green, maple red, maroon. It's maroon. They're looking iffy on this side, but this is looking pretty good. It's okay, chalk will be over that. It'll cover it. All right, let's go over the parts. We got a sheet of that tape. Shout out to Slush Colt. 32mm Black River Trucks. Silver hanger on gold base plate. Teak tuning bushings. This is my signature tuning, green and gray swirl. Tan Piro wheels in the tablet shape. These are incredible. And we're throwing on some stickers. We got some Piro stickers, Kalye stickers, Teak stickers. I think I'm gonna cut the grip tape just to kind of give it a cool design. I've got no plan on this grip design. I'm just gonna start cutting it. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna do a little bit of that. If you're doing it like how I am right now, you always gotta put it back in order, because I've had times where I cut it like this and I forgot how it went originally and I've just ruined the tape. Uh-oh, see? Is it like that? Oh no. Oh, there we go. Let's do some curvature. Was that bad? Okay, and then I think we'll just do this. Just like that. Looks funky, but hey, we're switching it up. Look at that. Let me know in the comments what you guys use to cut your grip tape. I normally just use whatever's closest. That's sharp. So typically, that's scissors. And I am gonna add the holes for the screws. I just take a Black River tool, I already know where they are since I've done this so many times. You can take like a paper clip and feed it through the back, and then so it pops up here, and then you can find the hole and just start twisting. Should kind of cut the tape a little bit, and look at that. Just give it a little twist. I left one out right there, just because the screw will go in nice and easy right there. I'm not the best at applying stickers. Christian though, on the other hand, Christian's very good at applying stickers. I try and take inspiration from him. Black River truck. Okay, one truck on. Dude, I cannot get over those plies. Those are so nice. All right, let's get the wheels on. Dude, with the tan wheels, it looks so good. For 15 bucks, look at that. Should we start with an ollie or a kickflip first?
Check the flip.
Check the flip. Oh, dude. Feels great. I did one trick with it, it feels great. Bro. Dude, this is feeling really good. It might just be a placebo, but one feels higher than the other. I'm probably wrong. Let's get the cameraman. Let's see how he thinks. I gave him a fingerboard. He's been getting really good.
Let's go, Trey.
Let's see. Ooh, almost. It's okay. No!
You can ride it both ways, though?
We're saying yes.
It could be.
I know, it's so hard to tell. But again, I could be wrong. I'm saying it's twin tail. You're saying it's not.
It's close.
It's close.
This is not bad.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad.
Jake PFB boards are pretty good.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. So, final verdict. Is it twin tail? We don't know. Is the board good? I think so. You think it's pretty good? Yes. Okay. Completely worth the price, I would say. Looks great. Feels great. Let's get some clips. Oh! Dude! An outro, yeah. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments if you think that the mold was worth the price. I'll link it down below so you can pick one up if you want one. Shout out to Nathan, LuvNC for recording. I'll also put all his information down below. He makes music, it's really sick. That's all I got. Good night, everybody.